When people think of fatal allergy attacks, they usually think of peanut allergies or bee stings. But a new nationwide study has found that the most deadly allergy is actually prescription drugs. In fact, the alarming study found that allergic reactions to prescription drugs killed more people than every other type of allergy combined. So the next time you pop a new pill, call a doctor if it makes you feel ill.
So this nationwide study looked at deaths that were attributed to anaphylactic shock. 60% were caused by prescription drugs.
I have to tell you, Travis, this hits home for me in very personal ways. My grandmother died of an anaphylactic reaction in the hospital to a medication, and I have had an anaphylactic reaction, as you all know, to nuts. So this is something that I take very seriously, and I've had patients who are given an antibiotic and they are allergic to the color on the printing of that pill. So this is a real issue.
Yeah, and most of us, as the tape showed, we think of foods. You mentioned peanuts, also shellfish for some people, as being the leading cause of allergic deaths, anaphylactic deaths, but it only makes up 7%.
Right. Yeah.
It's amazing how many people come to the hospital for adverse reactions to the medicines they're taking that are supposed to be helping them.
Right.
And anaphylactic shock, as we know, it can be absolutely deadly. And if you are someone who's taking a new medication, or, hey, maybe you've taken it before and been fine, but you start it again and start to develop allergic symptoms, be aware. Skin rash and hives, itching, those may be milder. But if you start to notice swelling, particularly of your tongue or lips, that can then lead to airway difficulties, wheezing, shortness of breath. And then with cardiovascular collapse, which happens in anaphylaxis, you're going to start to get very lightheaded, weak, and this is a life-threatening emergency.
And here's what's really important for people to know. A lot of people have been told they're allergic to a medication and never went through formal allergy testing. Your life may be at stake one day and you might need that medication. It's important to get a real diagnosis. But if you're told you are allergic to a medication or to a food or to bee bites and you need an EpiPen, you have a prescription, carry two, because if you ever have to use it, it can misfire, someone else can give it, not give the full dose. Always have a backup.
And it's important to remember that you talk about it all the time. It's making me rethink prescribing medications. Does this person really need that? Because
it's one of my biggest pet peeves in medicine. It's that patients think that if they leave the doctor's office without a prescription, that that's a bad doctor.
They're being gypped.
Some of there are doctors out there who literally write prescriptions all the time, and they get great ratings from patients, when a lot of those medications, they don't always need to be prescribed. So I always say, before you leave the doctor, ask, do I really need this? That prescription could in and of itself be life-threatening. Do I really need this? And if the doc says absolutely, unequivocally, you need this, well then,
you need
take the medicine. But it's just, I think we have this mindset in this country that medicines are benign, and that if you go to the doctor and get a medicine, it's almost like, score.